Okay, so picking back up at question 4 of the numeracy paper, November 2017. Here we have a picture of parallel lines. A number of paths are to be laid to join 3 office buildings and the sketches of the architect's plan. We need to find angles A, B, C and D. So I would normally go through and put as much information on the diagram as I can before I'd start. Before I look at A, B, C and D in particular, I do as many as I can see. So I'm actually going to start with this angle here as being 72 because these opposite angles are going to be equal. I'm also going to fill in the 108s that would be on the other sides because these angles also equal, and as a pair, this pair would make 180. Looking at the triangle then that I've got here, I know that the 3 corners of a triangle add up to 180. So if I've got 108 and 21, 108 and 21 come to a total of 129. So 180 take away 129 is 51, and I can put that down here, which then gives me the 51 for C, because just like before, they're opposite angles and they're equal. So I found C, but it doesn't matter which angle you find first. I'm just going through and writing what I can on the diagram. Okay, so look at these parallel lines. So I can see a pair of parallel lines here, and a pair of parallel lines can make an F angle. So this angle of 108 would be exactly the same as the angle marked with B, which would also be 108. So I'll get rid of my highlighter and put my 108 on the diagram. And there'd also be a 4-sided shape here, and this 4-sided shape would add up to 360. So if I add the 3 corners that I've got, 108, 72, 67, 7 down carry 1, 4 down carry 1, 247. They're the 3 angles that I know about, and the missing corner that I'm looking for would make that up to a total of 360. So the missing corner that I'm looking for must be 113. Okay, what else can I see? Well, if I look at this pair of parallel lines running here, I can also see that they make an F shape. So this angle of 108 hanging here would also be 108 hanging there. So let's use that one. So I'm going to put my 108 over here as well, the same as that size 108. And now I know that I go back to that 51, 180 take away that 51 would put 129 there and 129 there, making 180 on a straight line. So angle D, the last one that I'm going to do, is in this 4-sided shape here, making 360. So if I add together the 108, the 72, the 129 that I know about, 108, 72 and 129, let's see, 9 down carry 1, 9 and 1 makes 10, 0 down carry 1, 309. And if that comes to 309, then I must have just 51 for corner D. I didn't find them in any special order, and I actually filled in every single angle that I could think of, that I could find, without focusing on whether I was doing A, B, C or D. That way I made sure that I've got all my information. The first angle you find may not be A. A may just come about from finding other angles, which is what's happened here. So on my answer line, I'm going to put A equals 113, B was 108, C came in as being 51, and the last one, D, was also 51. And actually, now that I've realised that, I can see the Z shape of those parallel lines, and I could have found D or C using a different method, but I didn't need to, and they both came in as 51. Okay, question 5. Fionn thinks that the taller you are, the greater your wrist measurement will be. She has recorded the height and waist measurement, in centimetres for 6 people. draw a scatter diagram to display your data. So across the bottom I have height, up the side here I have waist, and I just need to plot a point for each pair of data. So 170 and 82. So I go across to 170, up to 82, put a mark, that will be for the first one. 150 and 72. Right, where is 152? So here's 150, here's 155. This tells me I've got 10 spaces for only 5 units. So here's 151, here's 152. And I need to go up to 72. Where's 72? Halfway between 70 and 74 is 72. So I've got to be careful with the scale. Make sure you have a very good look at the scale before you plot anything. But my points, 150 and 72, is now put on the picture. 174 and 86. So 174 would be here. 2 little squares down before 175. So 174 and 86. I've got 3 points on my picture. 155 and 74. Nice and straightforward, straight on the grid. 178 and 90. 178. That's 179, look. 178. So very, very easy to see the correlation as this scatter diagram is being drawn. And 162 and 78. So there's 160, 161, 162, 162 and 78. I'm going to put my point there. So now as I look at my scatter diagram, I can see that there's quite a strong line of best fit. I can see that the points are almost in a straight line already. So I can plot a line of best fit quite easily on the picture if I need to. Let's have a look. Look at the results that Fiona's recorded for these 6 people. Do they appear to support her thinking? So her thinking was that the taller you are, the greater your wrist measurement. And yes, the positive correlation that we have in this diagram would lead us to believe that the taller you are, as your height increases, so does your wrist measurement. So we're going to say here, yes, the positive correlation shows us the taller you are, the greater your wrist measurement, waist measurement. Okay, give one reason for part C why using this scatter graph to estimate the waist measurement of other people is unlikely to give reliable results. Well, first of all, scatter diagrams are only reliable in between the range of values you've used. So we could only really talk about people that are between 150 and 180 in height. But also, we've only had 6 pieces of data. So to be more reliable, we'd actually need to test Fion's theory for a bigger sample, so for a lot more people. So give one reason why using this scatter graph to estimate the waist measurements of other people is unlikely. So outside people, outside the range, have not been tested to see if they also follow this trend, or we could say not enough data, only 6, remember, has been collected. Fion should ask at least 20 people. a sample of 20 would probably be good. Sorry about my writing. Question 6. True Tool is a tool hire company, and I can see the costs there. The cost of hiring a cement mixer and a jet wash. Sarah hires a cement mixer for 5 days and a jet wash for 7 days. How much change, in bold, would she get from your £200? So if she's going to hire a cement mixer for 5 days, we need to do 13 times, so cement mixer, 13 times 5 days and add on a 26. And the jet wash, she's going to be hiring for 7 days, so I need to do 9 times 7 and add on 38. So 13 times 5, 65, add on the 26, 80, £91. 9 sevens are 63, plus the 38 comes to 90. Well, 63 plus 38. Be super careful because you're going over the 100 mark, and brains don't cope well going over 100. Comes in as 101. So the total that she has spent hiring this equipment is going to come in as £192. So change is just going to be £8 from a £200 budget. Geraint hired a cement mixer for a number of days. Lewis hired a jet wash for the same number of days. They each paid the same amount. For how many days did each hire these tools from True Tool? You must show all your workings out. Okay, so we have 13 times the number of days plus £26 for Geraint. And we have 9 times the number of days plus £38 for Lewis. And we're told that they paid the same. So I can create a little equation. Following the rules of solving equations, I need to take 9n off both sides. I'll have 4n plus 26 equals 38. Take 26 off both sides, 4n 38 take away 26 equals 12, and then by dividing by 4, n would equal 3. So they must have both hired it for 3 days. 3 39s plus 26 is the same as 9 3s plus 38.